If 4 men and one comically tall ladder was all it took to steal priceless items from the Louvre, in the same wing where Mona Lisa is stored, during business hours, like, I don't even think they can be held liable in a court of law. And I'm saying that as a law student.
Okay, so by now we know of the Louvre robbery, right? That happened on the October 19th, 2025, where the thieves essentially made away with about $88 million euros worth of French crown jewels in about minutes. But here's the thing, Gen Z is not trying to read all of that. Now, if you've been under a rock like I have been and you've not caught up to the news yet, here are some videos for you.
The French crown jewels were just recently stolen. How, you ask? Well, you see, during colonization, France went to India, Brazil, and Sri Lanka. Oh, you want to know about this most recent time? My fault. This time they were stolen by 4 robbers because the Louvre, that big French museum, had a problem. Their security kind of sucked. So one robber went to his 3 robber friends. He said, y'all trying to rob the Louvre? Their security kind of sucks. The other robber said, like, Mission Impossible on them? Yeah, let's do it. The robbers then go rent this powerlifting vehicle claiming that they're movers. The person that rents out the vehicle to them finds out that they're not movers. So he said, hey, no, y'all can't rent it actually. They said, or what, little boy? The renter said, ooh, I'm calling the authorities. The renter calls the police. The police said, bonjour, parlez-vous français? He said, yes, I speak French, but I'm gonna speak English for the viewers. So these dudes came in and rented my vehicle without the proper authorization. The police said, okay, we're gonna get to it. They didn't get to it. So the robbers during broad daylight dressed as construction workers and used the lift to get to this window of the Louvre. Now, the Louvre is under construction, so they blended in. They were also wearing balaclavas or YN masks to some of us to cover their face, but they still blended in because it's been a little cold recently in France. Now, here's where things start to get wicked. Their outfits could only get them to the window. But to get through the window, they had to break the glass. That's when the alarms were gonna go off. So the robbers looked at each other, said 3, 2, 1, break the glass and rush in. The alarms start blaring. They're running down the hallway. Security rushes out them and said, hold on. I hear y'all not in the Louvre. Robbers bring out their power tools. They said, oh, think before you leap, little boy. Security said, we thinking. We was talking to the person behind you. Hold on. Get out of these gentlemen's way. So the robbers rush over to the crown jewels and start slicing through the glass. Now, this is in broad daylight. So someone just recording them on their phone. Like, damn, these folk really robbing the place. Boom, the robbers start taking crowns, necklaces. They take off. But in their rush, they drop this crown and the crown broke. They said, we gotta go. They ran to the whip. They tried to set fire to the elevator lift of the car so there wouldn't be too much evidence. A museum worker rushes outside, said, hold on, I ain't like them security guards. You won't have to see me. The robbers said, ooh, they like that. They dropped the fire items. They rushed to their getaway car and take off. And they did all of this in 7 minutes. Police rush over. They said, 7 minutes? Security, where was y'all at? Security said, man, this job ain't about to kill me. How'd they get the electric vehicle? Police said, all right, touche. And well, the robbery is currently under investigation. The jewels were considered priceless, but they decided to put a price on them. And it turns out it was about $100 million in jewelry.
Now, I'm not going to lie. The only reason why I even know of this news, it's supposed to have happened days ago, really, but it never really came up on any of my feed or any of my home pages. The only reason I know about this is because Gen Z are all over the internet making fun of it. They're wishing to have been included. They are hailing the robbers. They're wishing them well. They're hoping they're never getting caught. It's been a wild ride, guys. And that's what this video is for, to show you just how wild the comment sections have been ever since that robbery.
The more I've learned about the jewel heist that happened in France, the more impressed I've gotten, because what do you mean that in 4 minutes, while the museum was open during the day, these guys were in and out, stole millions in jewels, and didn't get caught? And the fact that they were dressed as maintenance workers and they used an entire ass construction lift to get up to a window and break in that way, and the fact that nobody batted an eye at it. And then in and out in 4 minutes, the alarms get tripped, but they're long gone by then, and they're off on motorcycles. And like, the level of detail that they probably had to scout out and plan out for this is insane, because the fact that this was basically like a perfect execution, like, this had to be months, if not years in the making. And especially a museum like that, you don't just break into it, alright? Like, that museum holds the Mona Lisa. It holds so many historic things. Like, we just saw Ocean 11 happen in real life. I mean, that was literally a GTA casino heist. And I really do wonder if they'll ever get caught, because if they don't get caught, this is one of the greatest heists ever, right? Because with how much modern technology and security and all this stuff, if they can get away with this, and I'm not saying that, it's a good thing that this happened, I'm just saying it's mad impressive.
To steal priceless items from the Louvre in the same wing where Mona Lisa is stored during business hours. Like, I don't even think they can be held liable in a court of law. And I'm saying that as a law student, okay? Not to mention the fact that they were wearing masks. That's COVID conscious, okay? And it wasn't even N95s, which means they were balling on a budget, which they will no longer have to do.
Brave opinion, if in this 21st century, in the year 2025, if someone is able to go into the Louvre, the Louvre, you're at Miss Lisa's house. Who's Miss Lisa? Mama, you're not familiar? Miss Mona Lisa, sorry. If someone is able to get into that vicinity, acquire more than 5 items that are all jewelry and like crazy stupid, like some they get their hands on some shit, okay? I'm talking like ancient jewels, therefore insanely valuable, and they successfully procure the fuck, some would call it robbery, the fuck out of those items. They take them and they leave on their bird scooter. At that point, you gotta let them keep it. Sorry, learn your fucking lesson. Learn your lesson, get better security. Where are the lasers? Dog.
So guys, that'll be all for today's video. I really hope there is more, actually, because even myself, I'm not ready to be done with the ride yet. I've been having such a good time with the comment sections, with the reactions, with the think pieces, where everybody just seems to come to a conclusion that lucky them, really lucky them, because I mean, who gets to even do such these days? I'm sorry, I can't even get over the whole light-hearted part of this entire thing. Okay, so guys, don't forget to hit the like button, also subscribe guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.